Hi students, today I'm going to be showing you some tools that may help you in this class. These are going to be tools that may help you with reading in the class specifically. We're going to look at some extensions that perform a text-to-speech function. Now we're going to be looking at one specifically for Google Chrome. If you're using another internet browser, there will be things that perform a similar function, but the ones we're looking at are specifically for Google Chrome. So to start, we're on the course page. You're going to go up to these three bars in the upper right hand corner and then scroll down to Settings, and then on the left hand side of Settings we'll click on Extensions, and then I have some installed already. You're going to click on Get More Extensions, and then the one that we're going to be using is called SpeakIt. So we can search for SpeakIt. And we can see on the top it lists some apps, and we're looking at an actual extension. So we can see this right here. It's important when we look at extensions that we check to make sure that it's something that's highly rated. And here it has 4.27 stars, and it's been rated by over 1,000 people. So we can infer that this is a quality extension. We're going to click on the plus. We're going to confirm that we want to add that extension. And then in just a second, some settings will open up. So here we can configure this extension. We can choose a voice. It starts on US English Female. We could change it to a number of other voices. Now, before we adjust our settings, we can do this test to see what it sounds like.
This is a test text for Google Chrome extension called SpeakIt.
Unfortunately, this is the slowest that it will read the text, so we're going to leave it there. I'm going to change the voice to US English Male, and you can play around with these and see which one you'd like. Again, it is somewhat of a robotic voice, but it does a fairly good job of converting text into speech. There's also a shortcut, so rather than using the ways that I'm going to show you to access this extension, you could just use a keyboard shortcut. Now, we can just close out of these options. They'll automatically save for us. We can close out of the web store and go back to our course. Now we have some text right here. To access the SpeakIt extension, we're just going to highlight what we'd like read. This will work on any web page. Now there are two ways I'm going to show you. The first would be to right-click on the highlighted text and click SpeakIt.
The purpose of this lesson is for you to become familiar with the concept of a rate of change. By completing various activities, there is no direct instruction on what exactly a rate of change is, besides the vocabulary provided.
So again, it does a fairly good job. You'll notice over time it does miss some inflection points and things like that, but it is a good tool to help you with the reading. Now, the other way you can access this is if you highlight, again, some text, you can click up in the upper right hand corner again. Now, you might just see a speaker looking thing right there, and that is the SpeakIt extension. For me, I have some arrows and I have to click down to SpeakIt.
By going through the explorations, my hope is that you will develop your own personal concept of what a rate of change is.
Okay, so this is the extension, and again, my hope is that this will help you in reading throughout the course. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and I will do my best to get back to you within 24 hours. Thank you so much.